We're going to dive deep today into a sea of used rubber, into the world of tire recycling, and a company making big waves in this ocean of discarded rubber donuts. Let's set the scene. Each year, a staggering 1 billion tires reach their retirement age, like a pile of rubber pensioners with nowhere to go. In the old days, we dumped them in landfills or let them gather dust in junkyards. But as we become more conscious of our planet, we're realizing that treating tires like our out-of-date fashion choices isn't really a good look. Now, some people are giving these old tires a second chance at life, like seasoned actors coming back for a surprise sequel. You might have heard of energy recovery, incinerating tires to generate electricity or provide heat for industrial processes. However, this is a bit like swapping your beef burger for a cheese one when you're on a diet. It's still contributing to that waistline of CO2 in the atmosphere. There are also concerns about tire chemicals seeping out and contaminating the ground when they're used in construction projects. Kind of like a bad neighbor playing loud music at 3 a.m. But wait, this tale of aging tires doesn't end with a whimper. Like a surprise plot twist, some companies are looking at this problem through a fresh lens. Think of it as a tire's version of the circle of life. The idea that we can turn old tires back into fuel for the vehicles they once served. A tire reincarnation, if you will. Leading the charge on this is Wastefront, a company based in Oslo, Norway. Think of them as the superheroes of used rubber, breathing new life into these rubber relics. They're gearing up to construct a colossal tire recycling plant in Sunderland, northeast England. When it's up and running, they'll be transforming 8 million old tires into new products, including 25,000 tons of a fuel called Tyre-Derived oil, TDO. Let's talk about the process, which in essence is like a magic show where a tire gets sawed into 3 parts. First, you have the steel, the backbone of a tire, which can be easily recycled. Then there's carbon black, a soot-like substance that adds durability to the tire. And lastly, rubber, the heart and soul of any tire. The tires are shredded, the steel removed, and what remains goes through a heat treatment known as pyrolysis, without air. Think of it like cooking a tire without oxygen. This process results in a mix of hydrocarbon gases and leaves behind pure carbon black. Once the gases cool, some of it turns into TDO, and the remaining gases, including methane, are used to fuel the reactor, making the process like a rubber phoenix rising from its ashes. This process churns out 40% TDO, 30% carbon black, 20% steel, and 10% gas. The carbon black can then strut back into the tire-making process, lending a hand in efforts to become carbon neutral. The TDO, on the other hand, is pretty similar to freshly extracted crude oil and is a promising candidate for diesel production. Now, the diesel from TDO isn't a total saint, but it's definitely a step up from conventional fuel. It could help reduce CO2 emissions by 80 to 90%, which, in my book, is a win, considering fossil-fueled vehicles will continue to hog the roads for decades to come. They're like the older generation of technology that refuses to retire and let the electric kids take over. So, as we journey toward a fully electrified transport future, initiatives like Wastefront's Tire Resurrection provide a valuable pit stop, helping us clean up emissions and make our transition smoother. It's like turning a landfill into a green fuel factory, a transformation even David Copperfield would be proud of. Even in the most overlooked places like old tires, there are potential solutions for a greener future. Because sometimes solving a problem means seeing things from a different perspective. See you in the next video for more intriguing insights into the world of finance, tech, and economics.